Good evening, everyone. Welcome back to Larry H. Miller Field on the campus of BYU as we're getting set for our final game of day 2, and what a game we're about to have. It's the American Fork Cavemen taking on the Lehi Pioneers, an all-Region 3 showdown to determine who moves on to tomorrow's semifinals. And with my broadcast partner, Ty Wilkinson, Alexander Tumulip here at Larry H. Miller Field, coming to you from the Cy and Betty Kimball broadcast booth. Ty, I hope you got your popcorn. I hope you got the drinks. I hope you got everything ready, because we are about to see some fireworks tonight between these two Region 3 rivals.
You know it's prime time when you see the umpires in those long sleeves, Alex, because you know it's getting cold and you know we're going to be starting to play under the lights after a long day of baseball. And once again, a couple of powerhouse teams, Lehi with an assertive win over Riverton. And now you kind of just have to wonder, Alex, can they withstand the 1 seed American Fork, who had only attained 3 runs against a really difficult Syracuse team? It's fire versus fire tonight. You can feel it already.
So the 3 meetings between these two teams went as follows. Outside of a run rule victory by American Fork on April 12th, the other 2 games went American Fork 13-8, and Lehi scored 3 runs in the bottom of the 7th inning to walk off on American Fork 6-5 on April 10th. Outside of that run rule game, Ty, this is the playoffs. I expect we are going to see a very highly contested match here tonight between these two longtime rivals.
It's a very contested match. I mean, the fact that Lehi is here where they are today, playing in this position against American Fork in and of itself is incredible. But I think it's just the fact that this lineup from Lehi played so stacked against Zach Edwards yesterday. They kind of just blew a hole into the Oregon State D1 commit, who is arguably also one of the best pitchers, not just for Riverton, but also in 6A baseball here in Utah.
So let's introduce the starting lineups first for the Lehi Pioneers before we get to anything else, presented by the full-service law firm that has assembled a winning team to win for you, the client. American Fork against Lehi's starting lineups. We'll start with the Lehi Pioneers starting lineup. Ozzie Williams leads off. He's at second base. Maze Matson, who had a triple, an RBI single, and a triple and an RBI double last night. He is in shortstop. He is in the 2-hole. Justin Drakulich in left field. Kolya Barr, the DH, is 4th. Brandon Manukin, the catcher, 5th. Cooper Williams, 3rd. At third base, he'll be 6th. Dawson Brown, 7th. Tanner Heaps, 8th. Gavin Yates is in center field. He will be batting 9th. And all of that will be sandwiched around the first appearance of the year that they'll get to see CJ Mascaro, the left-hander. And Ty, we are about to find out very early on what this American Fork pitching staff has in store for this Lehi team, because I'll tell you what, these are 2 of the absolute red-hottest teams in 6A ready to go right now.
Well, we saw Jet Walker kind of take games into his own hand. 1 hit against the Syracuse Titans in and of itself is impressive. Now we get to see the talented player CJ Mascaro, who on the year, he's been very well just in the pitching position. He's got a 2.29 ERA, 3 wins, 9 appearances. I mean, 9 appearances and 3 wins, I guess, kind of just overtells and shows how he's been. He has yet to have a losing record. Can Lehi withstand that losing record to the junior?
Well, it will be a lefty-on-lefty matchup to begin proceedings this evening. It is a loud crowd for this primetime matchup here at Larry H. Miller Field on the campus of BYU. Ozzie Williams stands in to lead off against CJ Mascaro. Lefty against lefty. We are ready, folks. We hope you are as well. The first pitch is on the way, and it is a strike called right at the knees, and we are off and running in our final game of day 2.
This game already feels different. The lights are on. The sun is going down.
This one is hitting the air to left center, dropping fast, and it is caught by the center fielder, Isaac Murdoch. How about that start? The stretch fetch out in center field by number 40. And 1 gone here in the inning.
Well, and we're already off and running, Alex.
This just feels different right now. That one's a strike right at the knees to Mays Madsen.
He was the player of the game yesterday. What can he do today?
0-1 pitch is high and inside. 1 ball, 1 strike. Madsen, as you said, a 2-run triple and an RBI double yesterday. 3 for 3. Took 13 total bases last night. This time he pops up. This pitch. Second baseman has it. Got it. And quickly there are 2 gone.
CJ doing a great job on these Lehi batters, getting them to pop out. Comes with the high pitches, and Lehi's anticipating them high. And when you match that velocity, it tends to pop out. As you already see 2 gone here in the first.
That one is right there at the knees for a strike on Boston Drakulich. Just underway here, 2 out in the top half of the first inning. 0-1 pitch from Mascaro. This one is hit in the air to center field, and it's going to get down for a base hit. Drakulich makes an aggressive turn. Throw comes back in. They'll hold that runner at first base. And the Lehi Pioneers have a 2-out base runner here to start proceedings this evening.
You wonder if the sun kind of played a factor into how that went. It seemed like a delayed reaction out there in center field from Isaac Murdoch to kind of track over and get that ball to the right of him. We'll see how that goes as the shade is creeping up on the outfield.
First pitch to Cole Yabar. The DH is hit high in the air, into right. 3 red shirts coming on, but Murdoch calls off the other 2, makes the catch. And that ends the inning. 1 hit in the inning for the Lehi Pioneers, and they strand the runner. We head to the bottom of the first. The Cavemen are coming to bat. We'll be back after this on the Rewind Sports Network. Bottom of the first inning, ready to begin here between these 2 Region 3 rivals, Lehi and American Fork. Before we do so, time to see who Jarrett Engersall has assembled as his winning team, presented by Heidemann and Associates, the full-service law firm committed to winning for you, the client. The pitcher, CJ Mascaro, will lead off tonight, followed by the second man in the order, the shortstop, Jet Walker. Second baseman, Cooper Jones, will be third. Dax Watts, yesterday's winner, on the mound, will get the start tonight at first base. He'll bat cleanup. Tayson Howard at third base, one of the best third basemen in the state. He'll bat fifth. DH will be held by Bodie Gagero. Catcher Cash Polson will bat seventh. Crew Engersall will bat eighth in left field, and Dax Greening will bat ninth in right field. And they will be all opposed by the right-hander TJ Peterson in tonight's game. And Ty Wilkinson joining alongside me, Alexander Timolip, here at Larry H. Miller Field in Provo, Utah. Ty, we're about to find out what the American Fork offense can do, because as we saw yesterday, they were trying their best to get things going against the Syracuse starter Jake Hopkins. Well, we're about to find out if they can do it against the number 2 pitcher here for the Lehi Pioneers in Peterson.
They were definitely knocking on the door of danger zone yesterday against Syracuse. I mean, a ton of guys on base. We talked about a ton of traffic. But once again, let's see if their pitching matchup, I can say, was not exactly in the favor of American Fork whenever they played them. Obviously, Syracuse kind of figured out their defensive structure more than anything. So if American Fork is capable in breaking the seal as they've done during the regular season so often, maybe this is going to be a different game in their perspective.
The tomahawk chop greets TJ Peterson, and his first pitch to CJ Mascaro. Pitcher versus pitcher is high and away for ball 1.
American Fork's dugout coming out with the same energy Lehi did.
That one is on the corner for a strike. Good pitch there from Peterson. One pitch. Swing and a miss on the changeup. Strike 2. Winner this game will get a bye to the semifinals. 1-2 pitch. Changeup left high, ball 2. And the loser of this game will be relegated to play Riverton tomorrow afternoon. Ground ball to the right side. taken on a hop. Throw over to first in time. And 1 out here in the bottom of the first.
And boy, CJ made that look close on that ground out there, Alex. That routine ground out just over there to the second baseman, Ozzie Williams. But once again, CJ Mascaro and his legs, he just makes it look like a tougher play than it needs to be, Alex.
Jet Walker now the shortstop. In against TJ Peterson, and he takes a strike right on the hands. Cooper Jones will follow him in the 3-hole. And the 0-1 pitch. This one misses the corner and away, 1 ball, 1 strike. Just underway here, bottom of the first inning. Alexander Timolip and Ty Wilkinson for our nightcap of day 2. The 1-1 pitch from Peterson is in the dirt. Hits the foot of the umpire, actually. And it's 2 balls and a strike.
Well, Peterson, 25 innings pitched. He's only allowed 29 hits in said amount of time. 17 strikeouts on the year, and he's managed a 3.04 ERA with 4 wins on his resume.
That one grounded foul up the third baseline into the dugout of AF. 2 balls and 2 strikes now for Chet Walker against TJ Peterson, who you said, 25 appearances this year and just 29 hits. That is outstanding. I think that's an average of less than a hit a game.
And he hasn't lost so far in the starts that he's had.
That one is swung on and missed. Drop third strike, throw it on a first in time. And there's 2 gone here.
Now plate number 8,
So here comes Cooper Jones now to the home plate. And so far, ground out and a drop third strikeout for TJ Peterson. So relatively clean here.
American Fork with a very similar start to how they had during the Syracuse game as well. Not sure if that's going to be reminiscent of the previous game that they already played yesterday.
Sorry, Ty. Changeup bounced in the dirt into Cooper Jones, ball 1. Fastball right down the heart of the Broadway plate for a strike. As expected, a lot of energy here early on in this one. 1-1 pitch. Fly ball into right, tailing foul, and that's going to go over into Helaman Halls.
I was going to mention, Alex, I feel like TJ Peterson is going to be ahead in the count in most of these at-bats that he's going to face against American Fork today. He's really known for getting quite ahead.
Except there, bounces that changeup up to the plate, so the count goes to 2 balls and 2 strikes. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 out here. Bottom of the first inning. American Fork and Lehi just underway. 2-2 pitch. This one again bounces up to the plate, and the count goes full. 3 balls and 2 strikes here on the second baseman, Cooper Jones. Three-two on the way. Down low, ball 4. And just as the American Fork Cavemen allowed a 2-out base runner, the Lehi Pioneers allow a 2-out base runner. As the first baseman, Dax Watts, now comes to the plate.
Well, and it is a walk, too, Alex. And he was ahead in the count, 2 strikes to 1. And I guess as soon as I mentioned that, we get our first base runner for Lehi. For American Fork, my apologies.
Thou hast said the announcer's curse is real. We confirmed it. Here's the cleanup man now, Dax Watts, after getting a pep talk from his head coach, Jared Angersall, down the third base line. Runner on first with 2 out. Pitch on the way, right down the heart of the plate for a strike. Peterson waits, the 0-1 pitch. That's a beauty of a changeup. Frozen. Strike 2.
You talk about off speed. Boy, oh boy.
See if he comes back with the high cheddar here to the outside. Against Dax Watts. Setting up away. The 0-2 pitch coming on the way from Peterson. This one fouled right back to the screen, and that one ricochets off the stanchion up right above us.
Please turn off foul balls from your
Doesn't technically hit the roof, so it's not time for an Any Hour Services random roof ringer. But any ball that hits the tarp at Larry H. Miller Field or the metal roof at UCCU Ballpark will be queued for our random roof ringer, as TJ Peterson will step off to wipe his hand off. For a big 2-strike pitch. Here it is. Got him. Pulled the string on him with the changeup. And that ends the inning. No runs, no hits, no errors. They left a man on base, does American Fork. We're going to be here a while, folks. We're scoreless after one full inning of play here at Miller Field. Welcome back to Larry H. Miller Field and the Cy Betty Kimball press box on the campus of BYU. Alexander Timmel alongside Ty Wilkinson. No score between American Fork and Lehi as we head to the top of the second inning. And Ty, I don't know about you, but I can feel the energy from all the way up here in the here in the Kimball press box. It is rocking and rolling here at Miller Field.
It definitely is. This is by far the most attended game we've had. I mean, fans are just crowding the seats right now. Left to right, you get a bunch of Lehi. You get the purple side. Then you get the rivalry red side on the left for each side's dugout. And just adds to the ambiance. I mean, you just love, I don't know, something about the ambiance of baseball. It's like no other sport, Alex. You get the smell of popcorn and hot dogs in the air. You get that turf out there. Something is just different.
Brandon Mnookin leads off the top of the second inning here for the Pioneers against CJ Mascaro. First pitch is right there for a strike. It'll be Mnookin, Cooper Williams, Dawson Brown, 5, 6, 7 in the order to lead off for Lehi here in the top of the second, as Mascaro's next pitch is also right there. Strike 2.
Nothing but contact so far from Lehi, and no strikeouts given to CJ Mascaro. All of the outs being flyouts.
Good waste pitch there by Mascaro. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Temperature is 61 degrees at first pitch. West-northwest wind at 6 miles per hour. It's going to be dropping into the high 40s later on tonight. Low temperature is forecast 41 degrees by the National Weather Service. High tomorrow will be 74. It should be a beautiful day. As Mnookin gets the tip of the bat on that one and fouls it to the backstop, so we'll do it again. 6th pitch of the AB coming up here.
CJ Mascaro doing a good job keeping it within that 2-strike count. We'll see how he approaches this one.
This one bounces up to the plate, and the count goes full on the catcher, Brandon Mnookin. 3 balls and 2 strikes here. Full count. 3-2 on the way. Fly ball to right field, foul. Tailing off towards Helaman. Halls, look out. Looked like that was heading for the car that was passing by down there. I don't know if anybody saw it. There was a car passing by down on our right-hand side of the camera, but looks like it landed in the tree. I don't know if you call that a tree ball, but whatever. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Here it is. And down low, ball 4. And Mnookin is the first base runner of the inning here for Lehi here in the top of the second inning.
And that's a beautiful eye by Mnookin. Pretty much known for his hitting, Alex. But I guess it doesn't matter because it's a base on ball, and now he gets his pinch runner out there.
And it's Cade Bailey out there, number 1 on first base, as the Lehi dugout rises as one to the top step.
And this is now the second time Lehi has had a base runner.
Here's Cooper Williams. Dawson Brown stands on deck. First pitch from Mascaro is high and outside, ball 1. It was the bottom of the lineup, Dawson Brown, Tanner Heaps, and Gavin Yates, who did the most damage last night in that second inning, where Lehi potted 5 runs. This one is outside wide, 2 balls and no strikes now. Part of the 15 base hits Lehi cashed out against Riverton last night in what was one of the most stunning upsets of the tournament so far. 2-0 pitch. Strike right down the heart of the plate.
And it's a good one, too, dealt from CJ. You fall behind 2-0 in the count. You're going to try to work him right back and try to apply the pressure on.
Quick throw over to first. Bailey's back in quickly. No score here, top of the second inning. CJ Mascaro kicks and fires. Swing and a miss, strike 2.
Well, he hits the fastball at 83. The curve is coming in at a crisp 75. Alex, last year he had 18 and a half innings pitched with a 4.85 ERA. This year, as we just mentioned,
this one is lifted foul over the right field seats and out of play onto the concourse.
This year, as we mentioned, 34 innings pitched and a 2.22 ERA. What a difference a year makes, and that's the team best for American Fork.
2-2 the count. Here's the pitch. Grounded to third and foul. So the 7th pitch of the at-bat coming up here for the third baseman, Cooper Williams. That's an amazing turnaround, though. A 4 ERA to just barely 2.25. That's
a 4.5 ERA.
Yeah,
Alex.
A 4.5 ERA to 2.25 or just about there is unbelievable. 2-2 pitch. Said it's a quick throw to first, and Bailey's back in. No score, top of the second inning. Mascaro. Another quick throw to first, and Bailey once again back in. Boy, they're keeping a real close eye on him over at first base.
American Fork, a very great team, mainly known for their offense, but I don't think their defense gets enough credit in their pickoff attempts.
This one is hit foul. Look out. And that one hits off the side of the press box. Thankfully, the windows are all bullet and ball proof up here, so no harm, no foul.
All the fans taking a look back at us.
Well, they better be looking over here because here comes another 2-2 pitch from Mascaro. This one is hit toward the hole. This one is caught. Throw back to first. They will not get the runner. What a great play over at third by Tayson Howard. Another stretch fetch out, and there's one gone.
5-tool at its best over there at third base. Alex, this is a war.
Well, this is high-level baseball at its best right now. This is high-level stuff we are watching right now.
We've seen 2 highlights, too. One from Isaac Murdoch, a diving stretch-out play in the first at-bat that Lehi had.
Strike called on the upper half against the right fielder, Dawson Brown.
And then we saw just now a sprawling effort from Tayson Howard, the third baseman.
0-1 pitch. Changeup swung on and missed. Strike 2. No balls, 2 strikes. Runner on first. And there's 1 out. Here comes the pitch. Got him looking. Strike 3. First strikeout of the night for CJ Mascaro. And there's 2 gone. As Tanner Heaps now comes up as Dawson Brown is set down on 3 pitches. Good morning, good afternoon, and goodbye. As here comes Tanner Heaps into the batter's box now. First baseman, 2 out here in the top half of the second inning. No score. Quick throw to first. Bailey back in.
And boy, they are just making sure he stays over there. They don't want to get a runner in scoring position. And I think it's a great tactic that CJ Mascaro has applied. Kind of just shows the aggressiveness that this American Fork defense has played pretty much all season long.
1 ball, no strikes. Here comes the pitch from CJ Mascaro. On the way, and it hits the carpet 2 balls and no strikes. Two balls and no strikes. Here comes the pitch. That one is in the carpet once again, picked out of the rug. And so it is 3 balls and no strikes here on the number 8 man of the order, Tanner Heaps, and Gavin Yates, the dangerous 9-hole hitter in center field, coming on deck.
It's a big 3-0 count.
Need to throw a strike here if you're Mascaro. He does, taking all the way, strike 1. Runner on first is Cade Bailey. 2 out here in the top half of the second inning. Gavin Yates standing in the on-deck circle. The pitch. Strike 2. Home plate umpire thought it was strike 3.
He was going in for it.
He was going in. He was going in for it. Everyone a little too pumped up here.
You gotta act cool, act like you've been here before.
The 3-2. Runner goes. Fly ball into right. And there to make the catch is Dax Greening, and that retires the side. The American Fork Cavemen hold the Lehi Pioneers off the scoreboard despite giving up a base runner. We have no score as we go to the bottom of inning number 2. Well, tomorrow morning on KSL Sports Rewind, it's win or go home for Fremont and Mountain Ridge. Who moves on to the semifinals to face off against Corner Canyon? We'll find that out tomorrow morning at 11 a.m. Join me on the call along with either Ty Wilkinson or Josh Dodge, or hopefully Wilson Gustafson back with us tomorrow. Again, that's 11 a.m. Fremont and Mountain Ridge for the right to go to the semifinals, win or go home on KSL Sports Rewind. Alexander Tumulip alongside my broadcast partner, Ty Wilkinson. And Ty, you can just feel it in here, inside Miller Field. It's just this just feels way different than your average high school playoff game. This feels like we're watching a World Series game.
This is primitive baseball, is what we're talking about at its finest. A defensive showdown so far. The story has been the pitchers, but not just so much the pitchers. CJ Mascaro giving Lehigh some opportunities with some off-speed pitches down and low in the zone. But his defense prevails in 2 sprawling efforts from his fielders, Isaac Murdoch and Tayson Howard.
We start off the bottom of the second with Tayson Howard, the aforementioned third baseman, at the plate, and takes ball 1 from TJ Peterson. Well, a 1-0 pitch on the way, and that one is dropped, but it was low in the dirt and carpet anyway. 2 balls and no strikes. All the players are on the top step of the dugouts, as this one is up high. 3 balls and no strikes here to Tayson Howard to begin inning number 2. .30 pitch. That one misses wide, ball 4. And it's a 4-pitch walk to begin the bottom of the second.
And it's not the guy. If you're right now in the perspective, Alex, of TJ Peterson, that's not the guy that you want to have. He leads his team. I shouldn't say leads. He's actually tied for the lead with Jet Walker in stolen bases. Not to mention, TJ has his back to him, so he has the advantage over there at first base.
Bodie Gagaro now is the designated hitter. He's in the batter's box as this one misses low in the rug again. One ball, no strikes. Quick throw back to first. That's close. They got him! Jet Walker picked off. That's not something you hear very often. The defensive gems continue. 1-0 pitch. That is in there for a strike. Swing and a miss on the changeup, 1-2. So American Fork goes from in the driver's seat to now staring at the possibility they may be down to 1 out here in the inning. 1-2. Ground ball to first, and it gets through the first baseman. And on a 1-2 count, American Fork has that runner back. And what I believe is going to go down as an error on the first baseman. We'll see how they score it.
And that very well seems to be the case, Alex.
Now play number 1, Cash Polson.
So Cash Polson, the catcher, now comes up with 1 out here in the bottom of the second. He'll be followed by Crew Ingersoll and Dax Greening, 8 and 9 in the order respectively. First pitch on the way, right on the corner, at the knees, strike 1. Just past 8 o'clock p.m. local time here in Provo on a beautiful 61-degree night here in the Valley. This one is low, had to be picked up off the rug by the catcher. One ball, 1 strike, 1 out. That one is picked up off the carpet again. And the count goes 2-1.
Oh, a rare 2-1 count here. Dealt by TJ Peterson. I mentioned that he's typically ahead. I want to see if he comes back from it, though.
That one is swung on and missed. That was about a 58-foot breaking ball that wasn't even close to the plate. And it's 2 balls and 2 strikes.
Well, there's the comebacker that I'm talking about. He almost got him to chase.
Well, he got him to chase, but he swung through it and broke the wrist, so that was a strike by rule, and so Cash Polson steps out, wanting to know what the count is from our home plate umpire. All set now. 2-2 pitch coming from Peterson. This one is an excuse me swing out in front of the mound, and no one's going to be able to pick it up. It was laid down perfectly right in front of the mound. And just like that, runners on first and second now with only 1 out.
Well, I doubt it was intentional. But they don't ask how, they ask how many. And now you got 2 guys.
River.
2 guys on the scoring path now for American Fork.
That's the first base hit of the night for the American Fork Cavemen. River Litke now goes out to pinch run for the catcher Cash Polson. So a little bit of traffic here for TJ Peterson to deal with. First pitch on the way. That one gets to the backstop. And that's going to allow the runners to move up 90 feet. And I believe that's going to be going down as a wild pitch. And a big opportunity here for Crew Ingersoll to put the big ping into the ball game. He's got runners on second and third with 1 out and a ball and no strikes.
And the double play opportunity is abolished.
This one is
at least from the tag out perspective. Alex.
Yeah, at least from the tag out perspective, that one's down low, 2 balls and no strikes. Two-0 pitch. Swing and a miss on the inside pitch. 2-1. No runs, a hit, and an error charge to Lehi in this inning for AF. 2-0 pitch. That one had to be picked off the rug there by the catcher. 3 balls and a strike.
Well, here's the hitter's count now to Crew Ingersoll.
Here it comes. Ball 4. They're going to call that a strike.
Maybe that's a redemption call. Who knows? Had me fooled.
Jared Ingersoll looking at the home plate umpire saying, what gives with that one? Full count offering on the way here from Peterson, and time called by the hitter Ingersoll.
Well, TJ Peterson, from his pitching perspective, hasn't really done much. It's more so his defense that has the only out, theoretically, if you're going off of the pickoff attempt that he had.
That one is right there. And it's ball 4. The bags are full. And here comes Eric Mattson out of the dugout.
The mix of cheers and boos, Alex.
And Eric Mattson having a word with the home plate umpire. As the bags are now full with 1 out. Well, it's just been that kind of a time here so far. This one been a high-level game on both sides. Tensions are running high. Eric Mattson still having words with the home plate umpire.
Look at that stare down that he's giving him walking back to the dugout.
As now here comes Dak screening the right fielder. Bases are loaded, 1 out.
And Jared Ingersoll over there on the third base line kind of telling him what's up. This is a rivalry game.
First pitch. That one is in the rug. 1 ball, no strikes. Tension is mounting here inside of Larry Miller Field. That pitch gets through to the backstop. American Fork strikes first. That'll be a pass ball, unearned run.
Now the issue is the runner's advance, Alex.
And there's still only 1 out here in the bottom half of the second inning. 1-0 pitch on the way. That one is right there for a strike. One pitch on the way. That one is also right there. 2 strikes now. One ball, 2 balls, 2 strikes, and 1 out here in the bottom of inning number 2. Already a 1-0 score. And 1 run in. 2-2. That one is high, 3-2, and the count goes full once more.
This is a situation where you don't want to lose them and to load up the bags again. We already saw it to happen. Kurt Ingersoll on the first. In the previous at-bat.
3-2 pitch, grounded foul up the right side. That hops over into the dugout.
Please return all foul balls in your dugout.
I think that's the last thing TJ wants, Alex, is to draw another walk and to load up the bags yet again.
1-0 American Fork.
Especially since it's so close, yet so far away.
3-2 pitch on the way. Ball 4. And the bases are full again. For the top of the order, CJ Mascaro. 1-0 American Fork.
Well, TJ managed in the first inning to keep the top of the order content. He had 2 strikeouts in the previous inning.
Now he's having trouble here with this command. 1 ball, no strikes. 1 ball, no strikes in the pitch. That one is right on the inner half for a strike.
Mascara already 0 for 1 with the ground out.
And we have traffic in the bullpen as the 1-1 pitch comes down, and this is fouled over to University Avenue. Carson Coolidge is the one going out to the bullpen right now. Right-hander warming up on the 1-2 count coming here from TJ Peterson. That one is down low and away, ball 2. Two-two pitch. That one is way high. And now they have the runner in a rundown. Throw to third, gets into left field. Throw to third now. They're going to get the runner there. Another run comes in the back door, though, to score. As Crew Ingersoll tried to evade the tag, could not end up doing so. It doesn't matter, though. It's 2-0 in favor of AF.
That was an insanely crazy pitch out in front, and the comebacker, it caught him off guard, but fortunately got away with it.
And that pitch is down low, ball 4. So the third walk issued in this inning by Lehi.
All of which are on 3-2 counts, Alex.
Yeah, yes, all of which were on 3-2 counts. And it's 2-0 American Fork.
At the plate number 2, Jet Walker.
So here comes Jet Walker out of the plate. First pitch on the way. This one is fouled. That one bunks off the speaker and is caught by one of the fans.
Please return all 5 balls in your dugout.
Oh, 1 pitch coming. That one is away. Ball 1. One pitch. That one is in the rug again. 2-1. This inning has lasted over 10 minutes now. 3 walks issued in the inning and 2 pass balls / wild pitches. This is picked up on short by Madsen. He'll take it the short way for the force. And that'll bring the inning to an end. But 2 runs scored in the inning on 1 base hit with 1 error and 2 pitching errors in the inning as well. As we go to the top of the 3rd inning, American Fork breaks the seal. They're up 2-0 after 2. This is a look at the crowd here inside Miller Field right now, and it's the biggest one by far throughout the 8 games we have had so far. And they are causing a lot of noise here at Miller Field. Alexander Timmel alongside Ty Wilkinson. 2-0 American Fork leads as we head to the top half of the 3rd inning. As Ty, you can tell this does not feel like a normal game right now, and we're hearing some things we normally wouldn't hear. I mean, you gotta love the competitive juices flowing on both sides.
I would say so. Prime time baseball at its finest, Alex. The sun is going down. The lights are gonna start be coming into full effect here coming up soon. And I mean, you just talk about an amazing showing for both of these clubs and organizations. Both, not only just a rivalry game, but like we're talking about two of probably the top contenders in the tournament facing off against one another.
Gavin Yates will lead off the top half of the 3rd inning. 9-1 and 2 in the order. To face CJ Mascaro. First pitch on the way. This one is fouled right back to the screen. 1 strike. Again, 9-1 and 2 in the order to begin the bottom or the top of inning number 3 here for the Lehi Pioneers, who are down 2-0. 0-1 pitch is a bouncer in the carpet up to the plate. And it's 1-1. From the belt, kicks and deals. This one is an excuse me swing foul up the left-hand side into the American Fork dugout.
Well, Gavin Yates, the 9-hole hitter, he definitely had himself a day against Riverton. What a day it was, not only just for his team, but also for himself.
Third base umpire has to go out and trot and get the foul ball because nobody saw it. Oh, and in fact, it was a wiffle ball that came out of the bullpen, so they had to stop play for a little bit.
I think this is the quietest I've heard it ever since this game has started, Alex. And the noise picks right back up.
1 ball and 2 strikes. Here comes the pitch. Little jammer off the hands, and it's flung right into the second baseman's hands.
Now, Clayton, 21.
Cooper Jones makes the catch, and there's 1 gone here quickly in the top half of the third. And up steps the top of the order now, the second baseman, Ozzie Williams. First pitch on the way, and that is high and away, ball 1. Mays Madsen is next on deck as this pitch is in the rug and then dug out by the catcher. 2 balls, no strikes. Winner of this game plays tomorrow at 7 p.m. in the semifinals. The loser plays Riverton in the elimination game at 1:30. 1-0 pitch. That one is right there for strike. Two-one pitch. Hit foul back to the screen, so it's a 2-2 count now. Two balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Pitch from Mascaro. Got him! Foul tip right into the catcher's glove. Mascaro sets Williams down on strikes, and there's 2 gone.
It's 2 gone and his second on the night going through the lineup.
So here comes Mays Madsen, the shortstop now. Trying to get something going for this Lehi team. Held in check so far by C.J. Mascaro. That one is a strike right at the letters. 1 strike pitch. That one is hit well. In the air to right. Back toward the wall. And Greening is there just in the nick of time to make the catch. And that will conclude the inning. The Pioneers go down in order in the top half of the third. We now go to the bottom of the third inning with American Fork leading 2-0 on the Rewind Sports Network.
From commercial to recreational truck accessories, Mountain Land Truck Outfitters has got what you need. Flatbeds, spray and bed liners, lifts and leveling kits, wheels and tires. Mountain Land Truck Outfitters proudly uses a brand you know and trust. And with our experienced, knowledgeable, and friendly staff, your visit here will be informative and enjoyable. Stop into our convenient location in Provo at 265 South 100 West or call 801-225-4637 to get a quote for your fleet or individual truck. Mountain Land Truck Outfitters.
Beautiful shot of the sunset here on the Wasatch front. Alexander Timolip and Ty Wilkinson here at Larry H. Miller Field. TJ Peterson comes back out for his 3rd inning of work. As we are in a 2-0 game here between American Fork and Lehi. And for those that just missed it, TJ Peterson airmailed another changeup over the head of his catcher. And Ty, do you feel like that's some of the nerves that the Lehi Pioneers are feeling right now in this game?
Definitely for TJ on the mound, I would say. He's got quite a few walks. He's let three at-bats go on the 3-2 count and given them walks. So I think if he can try to, become a little bit more composed, contain himself, kind of realize the down in the distance and the desire that you have and not only that your team has, but to try to keep moving on in the semifinals because I don't think they want to play. another rematch with Riverton, I think they want to choose to move on. Maybe that's probably what the nerves that are coming through his mind right now, though, but he's been losing those 3-2 counts, which have been crucial into the scoring of American Fork.
So now here comes Cooper Jones, the third man of the order. 3-4-5, the heart of the order to lead off the top or the bottom of the third inning here for American Fork in their end of this game. First pitch on the way. That one is off the carpet, but called a strike. One strike pitch. High pop-up in the air into foul territory. Manukin running over, but that's going to come under the stands. And it is biffed over there by some of the fans. Two strikes now the count on Cooper Jones. Third man in the order. Oh, 2 pitch. Change up left up high around the eyes. 1 ball, 2 strikes. One, 2 on the way. That one is down low, picked up off the dirt. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
So this is the situations that TJ has been in.
2-2 pitch. Jammed off the hands into center field. Coming in and making the catch is the center fielder Yates. And there's one gone here in the bottom of the third.
You got to think that's a breather, too. TJ on a 2-2 count. And he gets him swinging. And automatically that's already 1 out. You think that's got to be a comfort level, Alex? At least for a pitcher? Especially when you've let...
Well, especially when you've let those 2 runs go by, and how you let them by, I think, is the problem. Is this one is popped sky high. And the first baseman, Tanner Heaps, is over there and makes the catch, and quickly there's 2 gone. Well, it's a good opportunity to remind you that coming up at the conclusion of tonight's game, Ty and I will have a recap of all that's happened here on an action-packed Day 2. Get you caught up on what's happened, including Corner Canyon's continuation of their Cinderella run, and Davis eliminated in a shocker this afternoon by Mountain Ridge. That's all coming up after the game is over when Ty and I recap an action-packed Day 2 here at Larry H. Miller Field. Our coverage, of course, presented by Igloo Outfitters, the coziest wearable sleeping bag that has you covered during all seasons. Use the promo code REWIND to get 20% off your next order when you order from Igloo Outfitters. That's IGLU. Outfitters.com. Time called as the second baseman has to tie his shoe out there. Now we're ready to go. 1-1 pitch. Ground ball to the right side and through. Howard reaches safely at first. The throw back in will hold him at first. And just like that, Tayson Howard reaches base again for the second time tonight with 2 out.
Well, the first one was on a walk, and this is a single. We saw the 2 previous hitters, Dax Watson, Cooper Jones. They had definite contact. One was a ground out, the other one was a fly out. And now, fortunately, Tayson Howard is able to get on the board with a single.
Bodie Gagero hits that one onto the roof, so that's a cue for our Any Hour Services random roof ringer coming up after this after this pitch by TJ Peterson. 1 strike the count, 2 out, runner on first. 2-0 American Fork here, bottom of the third, as Peterson will step off the mound. Remember, Howard was picked off by Peterson on that great step-around move in the second inning. This time leaves the first pitch up high. 1 ball and 1 strike. To Bodie Gagero, the DH. And Howard is back in. All right, Ty, what do you got?
All right, something a little interesting, Alex. Have you ever wondered how many statisticians for an MLB baseball game are required to be there per MLB rule?
This throw down to second will not get Tayson Howard. He's in safely with a stolen base on ball 2, and I'm going to take a shot here and I'm going to say at least 10 to 15. So I'm going to say my ballpark is about 20.
It's definitely the over, I will say. If your over-under is 20, it's definitely the over. The answer is 32.
That does not surprise me. So many statistics. I mean, you have so many analytics.
Yeah, each one for a different position, batting average, strikeouts.
That's right.
But yes, 32.
32 MLB statisticians required at a game. As this one is ball 4 in the carpet. And there's runners at first and second now with 2 outs, so more traffic here for AF. Can you imagine 32 statisticians per game at 30 major league ballparks? That means there's over 1,000 statisticians required, probably on the daily.
Yeah, just in a day of baseball.
Can you imagine how many statisticians that would be in the course of a season?
Yeah, that's
incredible.
Well, shout out to them, and thank you to Baseball Savant, the website that tailors all of those stats. They definitely don't get the credit they deserve.
Yeah, seriously, but as that ball's up high, 1-0.
Also, TJ needs to get a little bit composed here. He started off with 2 outs in the inning. Now he's got 2 runners on.
1 ball, no strikes. 2 outs here in the inning. Here's the pitch. This one is hit toward the hole. Picked up and bobbled. Throw to first in time. And that ends the inning. Good pickup there at second base by Ozzie Williams, and that will conclude matters here in the bottom of the third. After 3 complete innings, our score remains 2-0 American Fork. Back with the start of the 4th inning right after this.
If you want to avoid your AC breaking down this summer, the best thing you can do is stay on top of your AC's annual maintenance. But if you do find yourself with an air conditioner blowing hot air, Any Hour Services technicians service all brands, and they can usually get to you pretty quick. Call Any Hour Services or schedule online at anyhour.com. Whether you need maintenance, repair, or replacement, the technicians at Any Hour Services can help you keep your home comfortable all summer long. Call Any Hour Services or schedule online at anyhour.com. No one helps more homeowners than Any Hour Services.
Back here at Larry H. Miller Field, taking a look at the setting sun reflecting off of the Marriott Center, the facade, and the American flag waving in right center field. Alexander Tumba alongside Ty Wilkinson here for our final game of day 2 of this incredible day of baseball. It is 2-0 in favor of American Fork. As you heard the pitch counts earlier, CJ Mascaro threw 3 complete innings, 44 pitches, and meanwhile through 3 complete innings for Lehi's TJ Peterson, he's already thrown 72 pitches, and so that is going to become a major factor, you would think, here, Ty, in this inning alone for Lehi, especially with their pitchers.
And especially since American Fork handles relievers so well, especially during the regular season, Alex, and taking that into the tournament. It's the reliever battles that opponents have to face that just make it so difficult for teams to come back from this American Fork offense that it's like once another pitcher comes in, they immediately switch their mind and they try to get under the skin of said pitcher.
2 runs, 2 hits, no errors so far for American Fork. No runs, just 1 hit, 1 error for Lehi on their ledger. That was the exact same ledger through 7 complete innings that Syracuse had yesterday against American Fork.
Well, what's the wind report out there, Alex?
Well, the wind has died down for now, as the first pitch of the inning is a high strike. 59 degrees right now in clear skies. Northwest wind 6 miles per hour, and as you can tell by the flag, it is gently blowing from the left to the right. As this pitch is hit in the air to center field, driving the center fielder back all the way to the track, and it is caught by Isaac Murdoch.
Well, that's the reason I asked, Alex, is can the wind possibly give an advantage? Do you think if it was blowing, that could have carried at least an extra 10-ish feet?
I mean, that's another amazing catch by Isaac Murdoch. He's had 2 of those. He had the stretch fetch on the first out of the game, and now he has the first out of the inning on that diving catch out near the warning track, out near Glenn Tuckett's picture in dead center. First pitch on the way to The DH Cole Ybarra is fouled right back to the screen. 1 strike. Oh, 1 pitch. That one is a 58-foot curveball that bounces in the dirt. 1 each. Just about approaching 9 o'clock p.m. of just about 8:30 here local time here in Provo. 1-1 pitch on the way. That's a good changeup right there from Mascaro, right in there for a strike. One-two pitch coming. High fly ball in the air to left, off the end of the bat. And it is caught out there and left by Crew Ingersoll. And quickly there's 2 gone.
Now hitting for 15, Brandon Manukin.
So Brandon Manukin now, the catcher, comes up for the Lehi Pioneers.
I feel like this is the guy, too, you got to bring up to the plate. That gives you the spark that you're looking for. He got a walk pretty much to start the second inning, which I guess sparked a little bit of momentum in Lehi, but CJ shut it down.
This one is another fly ball out to right. Not very far. Right fielder Greening comes over, makes the catch, and just like that, that ends the inning. American Fork sets down Lehi in order in the top half of the 4th. We head now to the bottom of the 4th. It's 2-0 American Fork. You're watching the Rewind Sports Network's coverage of the second round of the 6A UHSAA baseball tournament.
From commercial to recreational truck accessories, Mountain Land Truck Outfitters has got what you need. Flatbeds, spray and bed liners, lifts and leveling kits, wheels and tires. Mountain Land Truck Outfitters proudly uses a brand you know and trust. And with our experienced, knowledgeable, and friendly staff, your visit here will be informative and enjoyable. Stop into our convenient location in Provo at 265 South 100 West or call 801-225-4637 to get a quote for your fleet or individual truck. Mountain Land Truck Outfitters.
The Rewind Sports Network's coverage of UHSAA Tournament Baseball is presented by Heidemann and Associates, full-service law firm that is committed to building a winning team for you, the client. Call them today at 801-754-4240 or contact them online at utah.law for your free consultation with them, courtesy of the Rewind Sports Network. Alexander Timolip, Ty Wilkinson here as the sun setting on the front of the Wasatch Mountains here at Larry H. Miller Field. Coming to you from the Cy and Betty Kimball press box here at BYU. And Ty, so far through 3.5 innings, as expected, it has been tense, it has been testy, and it has been scrappy, and it has been a defensive duel between these two teams here so far.
Defensive to say the least. Lehi only has 1 hit. American Fork only has 2. I mean, you talk about a pitcher, infield, and outfield battle against the offensive structure of these two arguably powerful lineups, Alex. And that's very, very difficult to do, especially in the playoffs as well.
So Crew Ingersoll now step into the batter's box here. 8, 9, and 1 in the order to start the bottom half of the 4th as this first pitch is picked up off the rug. 1 ball, no strikes.
I think TJ wants to get at least the second inning back because he issued a couple of walks to the bottom of the lineup.
That one is inside and away, 2-0. 72 pitches already thrown through 3 full innings here by TJ Peterson. That was 73 and 74, and his 75th here is foul tipped into the glove of the catcher for a strike. Two and 1 the count here on Crew Ingersoll, the left fielder. Here comes the pitch. That one is down low again, 3 balls and a strike.
This is the count that Crew usually likes. If he has got a strike to take, he might take a swinging opportunity if TJ deals him something good.
And this one is grounded foul past Jared Ingersoll up the third base coaching line.
Well, he did get something dealed pretty good, but I think he was a little too excited about it.
Full count as we're waiting for the foul ball to be picked up out in left field.
And he struggled, Alex. We mentioned before, 3 guys have already walked on the full count.
This one he strikes out. And a big one there for TJ Peterson. And there's one gone here in the bottom half of the fourth.
Now hitting number 3, Dax Green.
That's a great comebacker from down 3-1. You got him jump happy because he gave him a good pitch, and then Crew wanted another one down low in the zone, but he missed his option.
One out here in the bottom half of the fourth inning. Here's Dax Green, the right fielder. And this one is just a little bit outside, misses the corner, ball 1. One 0 pitch. That one is a little bit high. Catcher had to snatch that one back down a couple of inches. 2-0.
Alex, the moon is rising above the Wasatch Range.
And I was about to say, I was going to tell you, but you already noticed it.
Yep.
2-0 pitch. This one is lifted in the air to left. Tracking back is Drakulich making the catch, and there's 2 gone now here in the bottom of the fourth.
Number 4, CJ Mascaro.
And so now back to the top of the order. Here comes the pitcher, CJ Mascaro.
And this is where he struggled a little bit. He's got a couple of walks, but he has, fortunately, struck it out and given Jet Walker a ground out.
It was just really that second inning that was the speed wobble, as this one is high and inside on Mascaro, and he gives a glare to the catcher, Manuka, and he didn't like that. One 0 pitch. That one is in the carpet. 2 balls and no strikes.
You know the song, I See a Bad Moon Rising? I feel like that's what's dawning upon us, Alex. And it's a full moon, too.
Well, the question is going to be who's going to be the one doing it, as that one is cut on and missed on the changeup there by Mascaro for strike 1. Because I'll tell you what, this doesn't feel like a 2-0 game. This feels like a 1-0 game. Another swing and a miss on another good changeup. And it's 2 balls and 2 strikes here on the pitcher, CJ Mascaro.
TJ's definitely found his pitch. He's aiming low and in the zone, almost toward the shin caps.
This one is hit in the air to left and tailing foul out near the bullpen and the batting cage.
Please return all foul balls to the nearest dugout.
I feel like I just invented a new word, shin caps. I meant to say below the knee. So like right toward the shin area, right where the end of the strikeout zone is.
That one just misses as Mascaro thought about pulling the trigger, but thought better of it. Now it's a full count again.
Right at the shin caps, right, Alex?
Whatever it was. 3-2 pitch. Got him. And so TJ Peterson answers back with a 1-2-3 inning of his own. We go to the top half of the 5th inning. Lehigh leads 2-0. Or American Fork, rather, leads 2-0 on the Rewind Sports Network. Well, there's the moon rising over the Wasatch Front here this evening as we head to the top half of inning number 5. With a 2-0 American Fork lead, Alexander Tumalip alongside Ty Wilkinson. We want to remind you that coming up at the conclusion of tonight's game, Ty and I will be selecting our choice for the Heidemann and Associates Player of the Game, based on the winning team that is committed to winning for you, the client.
Well, Alex, we talked about a beautiful day for baseball. How about a beautiful night for baseball?
Oh, it's perfect right now. 59 degrees, north-northwest wind at 6 miles per hour.
Lights are beginning to come into effect, too.
Yeah, and the lights are beginning to take full effect here on this beautiful night here in the heart of the valley.
It's just been a great overall day for baseball, I'd have to say, Alex.
So Cooper Williams, 6, 7, 8 in the lineup, ready to lead off. He'll be followed by Dawson Brown and Tanner Heaps in the lineup for the Lehi Pioneers, who are just trying to get anything going against this American Fork pitching staff. This one is hit in the air to left, and that's going to drop in for a base hit. And Williams will make an aggressive turn at first. He'll stop there. It's a 1-out single to lead off. It's a leadoff single to lead off the top half of the 5th inning, and a biggie at that.
And that's what you need, too. It's so difficult to reach on base from the deals of CJ Mascaro. And you wonder, Alex, how many pickoff attempts to the lefty you'll probably try throwing to first base to try to contain the score.
First pitch on the way. This one is high away, ball 1 to the right fielder, Dawson Brown. Nobody's up in the bullpen right now, so this is All C.J. Mascaro right here. There is a man up in the Lehi bullpen, but not the AF bullpen. 1-0 pitch, pickoff attempt, and easily back in is Cooper Williams. There's one. You were referencing how many pickoff attempts he was going to do. There's the first of what we think are going to be pretty much plenty throughout the rest of the night. 1-0 pitch. This one is hit in the air to right. Greening and the center fielder coming over. And it's dropped in right. That's the second time we have seen that today. The drop ball in right field. An error charge to the center fielder. And now suddenly the tying run is on base. And the go-ahead run now stands at the plate.
And you can't help but wonder what if the pressure is on now for C.J. Mascaro. You feel like that's a routine flyout if you're American Fork. Not everything is routine in this ballpark in a new environment for both teams coming into this tournament.
Can Lehi finally break through? Tanner Heap stands in as the go-ahead run in this inning. Here comes the pitch. This one is lined foul to the right and into the bullpen. Look out. One strike.
Lehi's bats are definitely finding their rhythm, though, as you've noticed.
They certainly are, and this is where they did a lot of their damage in the bottom half of their lineup. It was Brown, Heaps, and Yates that did the damage yesterday. Can they come through again here? Showing bunt, pulls it back, and ball one. Just 4 total hits on the night, 2 total errors, and 2 total runs. Both runs were scored by American Fork in the second inning, and now Lehi threatening to make this very interesting. One pitch. Bunt shown again. Popped up the bunt. Throw back to second. They got him! F1-6 double play. How about that?
Mental awareness by C.J. Mascaro.
First pitch on the way. That's a strike right at the hands.
And he goes right back to dealing, Alex, as he was before.
Gavin Yates stands in the on-deck circle. 0-1 pitch on the way. And that's foul back, strike 2. Rather, Ozzie Williams, top of the order, stands on deck. As the potential go-ahead run, Gavin Yates represents the tying run at the plate. Oh-2. Jammed off the hands. Caught by the first baseman, that's it. Highlighted by an F1-6 double play. The American Fork Cavemen escape the threat. And it remains 2-0 as we go to the bottom of inning number 5. Well, are you not entertained? Welcome back to Larry H. Miller Field under the bright lights of prime time here in Provo, Utah. Alexander Timolip alongside my broadcast partner, Ty Wilkinson, as we have a new pitcher on the mound for the Lehi Pioneers. It is Carson College, who replaces T.J. Peterson after 4 complete innings. And he will be on the hook to get Lehi through the rest of this game. I mean, Ty, you talk about a wild game we've had here tonight. This has been on another level. This might be the best game we have seen all week long so far.
I completely agree. It's just the momentum that's being carried from both sides. It feels like there's more Lehi fans, but the American Fork fans, whenever that double play happened, courtesy of the bunt to then throw out of C.J. Mascaro, it just feels like prime time, dude. I'm kind of speechless. I'm trying to put it into words the experience that we're getting here for the viewers, but you honestly just have to be here in order to feel it.
Shortstop Jet Walker will lead off now, the bottom of the 5th inning here for the American Fork Cavemen. The first pitch of the night from Carson College is turned on and ripped down the line, foul, as he was well out in front. There's a good look at Carson College, who replaces TJ Peterson after 4 complete innings and 88 pitches. 4 walks and 3 strikeouts. He allowed 2 runs, both unearned, on 1 base hit. That one is high to Jet Walker, 1 ball, 1 strike.
I do like the move by Coach Madsen to bring him out here. College has the most appearances. He's got a 2.84 ERA under his belt.
And a swing and a miss there from Walker, 1 ball and 2 strikes. Jet Walker, Cooper Jones, Dax Watts coming up next for the American Fork Cavemen. 1-2 pitch on the way. Is hit in the air to left. Tracking is Draculich. Under it. Makes the catch. And there's 1 gone here in the bottom half of inning number 5. And Ty, I think you were going to say something earlier. Sorry if I had to cut you off there for a second.
No, it's no worries. I think what Coach Madsen personally is trying to do is, now that it's getting late in the innings and he got up to his pitch count, what he's going to try to do now is bring in his relievers and try to give American Fork a little bit of something new to the bats and try to limit the damage that's already been caused and kind of just try to rely on your offense. I shouldn't say the last 2. I'll honestly just say next 2, because it won't be the last 2, it feels like, coming into this closing innings.
Ground ball right back to the pitcher. College bobbles it, throws it. Bit of a high throw, but Tanner Heaps is able to catch it and stab the bag. And there's 2 gone.
Two wrongs make a right. He bobbled it originally, and then it was a high throw, but hey, they got the out.
And
2 gone already.
And I should point out something, Ty. The wind has just completely died here at Larry Miller Field.
Are we in a movie?
There is absolutely no wind right now.
This is baseball cinema at its finest.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is, as it should be this time of the year. Dax Watts takes that one outside as the catcher had to snatch it back a couple of feet. 1-0 pitch, ripped through the hole, base hit. Just the 3rd hit of the night for American Fork. And a 2-out single here for Dax Watts.
Now hitting number 5, Tayson Howard.
And now here comes the dangerous 3rd baseman, Tayson Howard. So 2 outs here, bottom half of the 5th inning, 2-0 in favor of American Fork. This one is by no means done yet, folks. We could be just starting with the fireworks here in this nightcap.
Well, up comes the leader in his batting average for his team. Bats .429 on the season.
College rips that one in, and it is high and away for ball 1.
And you wonder how you approach a guy with such a high batting average that Tayson Howard has attended the Southern Idaho commit as of November 8th of 2023.
Yep, College of Southern Idaho. Junior college, which of course his good friend and basketball buddy of mine, Diego Mulford, he'll be heading to College of Southern Idaho after his mission in Billings, Montana. The winningest junior college in basketball in the country, College of Southern Idaho. Meanwhile, 1-1 here. And the pitch. That one is just a little high and outside as Manukin had to snatch that down a couple of inches, and they let out a couple of frustration. And he let out the frustration on that throw back to the pitcher.
Madsen certainly has the shift on. He's got his second baseman out there, Ozzie Williams, pretty much playing a foot in front of the dirt.
This one is popped up high in the air, going back towards the backstop, and that's going to go over the catcher's net into the first couple of rows. And 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 out now with a runner on first base.
What do you call it, Alex? Deuces wild?
Well, if there was 2 runners on, then it would be deuces
Yeah,
wild.
that's
But if
also
it's
true.
not, there's not a second runner. It's just 1 runner. So Carson College trying to do his job and keep this deficit right where it is for his offense in the top of the 6th. Yotu. Got him. Looking strike free. And Carson College does come in and do his job as Lehigh strands that runner at first. We head to the top of inning number 6. 5 innings down, 2 more to go. Will there be more? We'll find out. American Fork leads 2-0 on the Rewind Sports Network. CJ Mascaro goes back to work here to begin the top half of the 6th inning. Alexander Timmel alongside Ty Wilkinson. We want to remind you, coming up tomorrow morning at 11 a.m., bright and early, we have absolutely more baseball coming your way, starting with Fremont taking on Mountain Ridge. The loser of this game facing off against Riverton, and then Corner Canyon facing the winner of this game in the semifinals tomorrow afternoon.
Well, we got some activity in the American Fork bullpen over there, Alex.
And we have a righty and a lefty warming up, stretching and tossing now in the AF bullpen. So
You wonder if CJ Mascaro's days are becoming numbered based off his pitch count right now.
60 pitches he's throwing right now through 5 innings, so not a ridiculous number of pitches, as that one is down to the knees for a strike. Next pitch, that's outside as well. 1 ball, 1 strike. 1, 2, and 3, top of the order, leading off here for the Lehi Pioneers here in the top half of the 6th. They're running out of chances. That one is down low off the carpet. 2 balls and a strike.
And CJ has definitely kept him quiet. The first 3 batters for Lehi, all they've gotten, at least as far as a monumental point, is a single.
This one is golfed high in the air into right center field. Coming in is the center fielder, and this time is able to hang on and squeeze it, is Isaac Murdoch for the first out. There's a look at the American Fork bullpen that Josh Dodge is showing you right now. The two arms, a lefty and a righty. We know one of them is Court Taylor, and he's one of American Fork's best relievers out of the bullpen. As this pitch is in there for a strike. As Mays Madsen, who has been kept uber quiet tonight, 0 for 3 or 0 for 2 tonight. Can he get something going here when his team needs it the most? He came up clutch last night, 3 for 3, walked twice, RBI triple, and an RBI single. And he scored all 3 times. Took 13 bases last night. But he has been kept largely quiet here tonight. 1 ball, 1 strike in the pitch. That one is once again in the dirt. 2 balls and a strike.
Couple of good takes by Madsen. He's just waiting for his pitch right now, Alex.
2-1 pitch. Hit up the middle, base hit. And there's that base hit we were talking about, and now the Lehi Pioneers once again will bring the tying run to the plate on the 1-out single by Mays Madsen.
Well, I told you he was just waiting for that pitch, Alex. He went down 0-1 early in the count. Came back, he had 2 balls that were granted to him. Then he gets a nice 4-seamer, a sizzler from CJ Mascaro. He takes it right up the middle infield.
Here's Boston Draculich, the left fielder. First pitch on the way is a high strike. Runner on first, tying run at the plate, go ahead run on deck. 0-1 pitch on the way. High pop-up in the air, coming down towards foul territory, and everybody's going to run out of room over there as it falls into the batting cage. So no balls and 2 strikes now on the left fielder, Boston Draculich. Oh, 2 pitch. Good waist pitch there from Mascaro, 1-2.
Boston Draculich already a single tonight, coming in the first inning against Mascaro.
One of the 3 base hits that they've had against him. 1-2 pitch coming. That one just misses high and outside. 2-2. Don't know how disciplined you have to be to lay off that sucker.
You'll wonder if he'll lay off this pitch too with an even 2-2.
The 2-2 pitch. And he does. And it's left up high around the eyes. 3 balls and 2 strikes, so full count. With a DH, Cole Ybarra representing the go-ahead run standing on deck. And here comes the pitching coach for the Cavemen out to the mound to have a little chat. And as that happened, Ty, even though the music's blaring right now, this place got dead silent.
It most definitely did. I mentioned before, the quietest that it's been is ever since a ball got lost. I think it was just a wiffle ball in the bullpen. And everyone was just kind of confused. I think that was the only reason it gotten quiet. But now in the dire the situation for either teams, I guess, becomes a factor. As Lehigh has just been knocking on the doorstep inning after inning with base runners on first, but they have not been capable, other than one time, which is a back-to-back single, to get them over to second, which obviously was abolished by C.J. Mascaro in the out attempt.
A battle of Region 3 teams. We knew this was going to be a tasty one coming in, and it has lived up to all the hype and then some. We've had some spectacular defensive plays on both ends. Not the least of which a pickoff of Tyson Howard at first by T.J. Peterson. He threw 3 strikeouts. C.J. Mascaro with the F-1-6 double play off a pop-up bunt. 2 stretch fetch catches by Isaac Murdoch. And now here we are in crunch time. Full count, 3 balls, 2 strikes to the left fielder, Boston Draculich, with Mays Madsen on first.
This is where CJ wants to be. This is his specialty.
Throw back, and Madsen is in quickly.
Try to be sneaky. Did you see that? Gave the implication of a pass ball.
Three and 2 pitch. Got him! And here comes Cole Ybarra, the DH. And just as he steps in the batter's box, everything gets dead quiet again here at Miller Field. Madsen on first. Ybarra represents the tying run. Here comes the pitch. And this one gets by. Madsen's going to take off for second. And he's in scoring position now on the pass ball.
Now Cole just needs a knock within just a single to get this run scoring. I should say just. That's a very difficult task with this American Fork infield. 3 of the best players in Utah.
1-0 pitch on the way. Down low in the dirt, 2 balls and no strikes as we've hit 9 o'clock p.m. local time here in Provo. The lights are just now beginning to come into effect. And this is when they're at their brightest. Two-0 pitch. Foul. Brandon Mnookin stands on deck as the potential go-ahead run. The tying run at the plate is represented by DH Cole Ybarra. A 2-1 count to him. Here it comes. Right side, foul ball! That'll bring Madsen home! Ybarra going for second. He will get there! An RBI double! Lehigh breaks through! And we're going to have a pinch runner sent out as Eric Madsen is going to bring out a reserve, it looks like, because to get a pinch runner or probably a double switch, I would think, is coming here from Eric Madsen as he's out talking to the home plate umpire,
And
who
I
has a
think it's-
lineup card.
I think it's the smart idea, too, Alex.
Yep.
You get your fastest guy out there.
Yep, and here it comes. Good call by Eric Madsen. Here comes Talon Willardson, one of the fastest men on the team for the Lehi Pioneers. He now represents the tying run.
At plate number 15, Brandon Manukin.
Gavin Robinson now represents the tying run at second. Brandon Manukin now represents the go-ahead run at the plate.
We mentioned how hard it was to get a base hit off of this American Fork infield. What a perfectly placed ball by Cole Ybarra.
First pitch to Brandon Manukin. And CJ Mascaro just taking his time, stepping off the mound, having a look around at his defense. 2-1. Top of the sixth. Brandon Manukin represents the go-ahead run. Pitch coming on the way. And once again, Mascaro will step off the mound.
They're in his head right now, Alex. I bet
And
his
he
heart,
is staring down Gavin Robinson.
I bet CJ's heart rate is getting up there a little bit because he does not want to face Brandon Manukin.
First pitch on the way. Is down in the dirt. Ball one.
Brandon walked earlier in the second and had a fly out in the fourth inning, and here he is facing CJ for the third time.
Here's Manukin, 1-0 pitch. He went. That's a swing and strike. Couldn't hold back on the changeup. The tying run and Gavin Robinson at second base. Brandon Manukin representing the go-ahead run here at first, here at home plate. Cooper Williams is on deck.
The shift is on, facing left. He's got a really good gap going oppo.
Big hole to the right side. Swing and a miss, strike two. And Eric Madsen's going to pause here for just a second and bring Manukin and Robinson over and have a word with them for just a brief second. Can you get any more dramatic than this?
And it's quiet now.
It is dead silent here.
As the huddle breaks, the crowd noise begins to pick up.
Devon Eka actually is the runner over at second base. The former running back for Ed Larson and the Lehi Pioneers. Brandon Manukin now. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs. The tying run on second, and the go-ahead run is at the plate. The pitch. Ground ball, base hit! Eka will score! This game is tied! Cooper Williams now steps up. RBI single by Brandon Manukin. And we have a brand new ball game here at Miller Field. First pitch coming to Cooper Williams is a high ball. 1 ball, no strikes. Runner remains on first. The go-ahead run, Cade Bailey out there. First pitch backside is fouled off. What a turn of events.
And do we talk about, Alex, how hard it is to get a base hit past this infield? Especially, probably arguably the best third baseman in the state of Utah, Taysom Howard, to tie the game.
1-1 pitch. High liner into right. That will tail foul off toward the batting cage. Look out, somebody was standing over there. Makes it 1-2. 2 runs are home in this inning on 3 base hits. No errors.
Alex, not a soul in this stadium is on their phone because this game has just become so entertaining, and it has been all night.
1-2 pitch. Grounder to third. Howard has it. Throw to first. Did he beat him? Yes, he did! Runner goes to third! And the go-ahead run is 90 feet away! Would you believe it?
Now playing for 14, Dawson Brown.
3 hits in a row through the best infield in the state of Utah.
And
who better than the Lehi Pioneers?
And for more context, we remind you it's the bottom half of the lineup doing it again for Lehi. First pitch on the way is on the inside corner for a strike. This game was 2-0 about 20 minutes ago. And this game has just turned completely on its head. 1 strike the count. Here comes the pitch. Liner to right. Base hit. That's going to be in the gap. 1 run will score. Stop sign is put up. An RBI double. The throw gets by. The throw coming to the plate. He is safe. Runner comes back again to the third base side. Lehi leads. Jared Ingersoll out here trying to plead his case that the ball might have hit one of the runners. And we're going to have a conference, so hold the phone. The call of the field stood, by the way, as we bring you back here inside Larry H. Miller Field. Do not blink, folks. You will miss it. 4 runs have scored in this inning for Lehi on 6 base hits. Court Taylor is out of the bullpen. The Lehi Pioneers, out of nowhere, have broken through.
Alex, for the folks at home who missed the sequence, this all started off with Ozzie Williams with the flyout. Mays Madsen got the single. Boston unfortunately struck out, so that's 2 outs. Then Cole Ybarra gets the RBI to make it 1-2. Then the single by Brandon Manukin. A single by Cooper Williams. And then, obviously, the triple that cleared the bases from Dawson Brown.
Officially goes down as a single and 2 errors against the American Fork Cavemen. So it's not a triple. It's a single and 2 errors against AF. What a turn of events we've just had here at Miller Field. Down low in the dirt, ball 1.
And they could not be done yet. A runner at third for Lehi. They could easily make this a 3-run game.
1-1 pitch. Ground ball to short. Picked up on the backhand by Walker. Throw to first in time. But that is it. And listen to this crowd on our right-hand side. Well, this man has been in this position before. Jared Ingersoll, Alexander Tumalip alongside Ty Wilkinson here at Larry H. Miller Field. Ty, for those that just missed it, American Fork, Jared Ingersoll literally just called his entire team over into the huddle and let them know what was at stake.
And Josh, a veteran head coach at his finest, 22nd season as a head coach. He's been doing this since before I was born for American Fork, 2003. And he's had 21 plus 500 seasons, and he knows exactly what he's doing.
6, 7, 8 in the batting order for American Fork to try and turn around this shell-shocked team. That one is tapped weakly to the left side. Picked up on a hop, throw over to first in time. One gone. Score the putout 5-3 from Cooper Williams.
Now hitting number 1, Cash Polson.
To the first baseman Heaps. And folks, I just want to take this time to apologize for coming unhinged yet again 2 years after the Harriman soccer call. I may have just topped it. I'm not sure yet. As College throws a strike right in there at the knees to Cash Polson, the catcher.
I feel like it's the much-needed energy because everyone needs to feel it.
I'm sure it's a call that Dusty Litzter would have been proud of as that one misses outside.
You know, my mom hates the words much needed, but that is definitely much needed for the folks at home to understand the energetic level that's going on right now.
High fly ball into right field, coming over to the stands. Who's getting this one? And it is biffed by some of the kids over there. Bottom of the 6th inning. 1 ball and 2 strikes now the count on Cash Polson. Carson College is now in line for the win. Here's the 1-2. That one is high and inside. And Ty, I'm getting emotional thinking about this. Can you imagine how great it would have been to have Dusty here tonight?
I'm sure he would have loved it.
That one is just a little bit high. 3 balls and 2 strikes. I mean, this is a game he lives for.
This is a game people dream of
this
getting.
This is a game that people dream of getting. And I can only imagine what it would have been like to have Dusty Litzter on the call here tonight, as this one is fouled off to the bottom of the plate by Cash Polson.
Well, that's very humble of you, Alex, to
thank
him for the position that we're in right now.
Honestly, man,
this.
without Dusty Litzter, we're not here. And I just miss having him do this for us here tonight, as this one is hit toward the hole and through for a base hit. Cash Polson, aggressive turn at first. He will stop. And there's 1 runner on with 1 out, and the Cavemen will bring the tying run to the plate in the person of Crew Ingersoll, the left fielder.
Alex, the bottom 2 of this lineup has had a pretty half-decently quiet at-bats. Obviously, Crew Ingersoll and Dax Greening back-to-back walks in the 2nd, but then Crew strikeout, and then a flyout from Dax Greening in the 4th, and they haven't been seen up until this point. But Crew has lived up to his moments. Let's see if he can do it here tonight.
That pitch just a little bit high in the inside corner. Ball 1. I just think of Dusty and Ty. I just can't keep bringing it up. You know, I can't just stop thinking about him and how awesome it would have been for him to be here with 2 coaches that he loves. Jared Ingersoll on one side, Eric Mattson, whom he's known for quite a while from his days at UVU. All these players that have grown up listening to his voice. Can you imagine what it would have been like to have that moment engraved in your memory forever? 1-0 pitch, popped sky high.
That's a mile high.
Watch out. Everybody's coming in. Where is it going? Mattson says he's got it. He does. 2 out. You're right. That was a mile high. That was probably so far up into the... That was so far up into the sky, you probably couldn't see it through the lights. Which is kind of a disadvantage sometimes when you're playing at Les Murakami Stadium. You don't have to battle the sun sometimes. You have to battle the lights for fly balls. Anyway, 2 out now. Rip to the left side and through. They will put the stop sign on at second base. And just like that, there are runners on first and second with 2 out. And now here comes the DH, the pitcher turned DH, CJ Mascaro.
And we're at the top of the lineup. Clutch hit by Dax Greening. He's been quiet all night. And he punches one right through the second and first base line.
We should point out River Litke is pinch running now at second base. The tying run is at first. The potential go-ahead run at the plate. This one a liner and caught at second base. Ozzie Williams, how's your heart doing? Welcome to your moment. We're done with 6. We head to the last inning. Lehigh up 4-2. The drama, the passion, everything. We'll be back. Welcome back to Larry H. Miller Field. There's the story of the game, folks. A defensive battle for the better part of the last 2.5 hours until 4 runs were plated in the top half of the 6th inning by the Lehi Pioneers, and they have the defending 6A champions on the ropes as we head to the top of the 7th inning. Alexander Timolip alongside Ty Wilkinson. Ty, it's hard to believe, but I remember telling you at the end of the 5th inning, I believe it was, we just knew it was not going to be a 2-0 game. Well, here we are. It's a 4-2 game, and the Pioneers are not quite yet there, but they're quite close to pulling off a monster upset. First pitch on the way. His line into left and will drop in for a base hit. Rounding first and turning there and stopping is Gavin Yates. On 1 pitch, 1 hit. And Ozzie Williams, who had the clutch catch over at second on the stretch fetch, comes now to the plate.
The bats have certainly come alive for Lehigh in the closing innings of the game.
Bunt shown by Williams, lays off of that one in the dirt, ball 1. The winner plays in tomorrow's semifinal. The loser must play Riverton in the elimination game. 1-0 pitch. Williams showing bunt again, and again he pulls back and lays off. 2 balls and no strikes.
What type of approach do you think Coach Madsen puts when you got a runner on first and a 2-run lead?
Well, we're about to find out. 2 balls and no strikes. Check throw by Taylor over to first, and back in safely is the runner Yates. 4 runs, 8 hits, 1 error for Lehigh. From the kick. That one is on the outside corner for a strike. No one in a purple shirt has stopped making any noise since about the top half of the 6th inning. Williams trying to lay down a bunt, and he ends up going foul. And so now you would think he's probably going to be swinging here on 2-2.
I'm just letting the drama build right now, Alex.
As well you should. These are high-stress moments. 2-2. Instead, it's a check throw over to first. Yates back in safe. Ozzie Williams against Court Taylor from the stretch. This one is fouled up over to University Parkway. And the count remains 2 balls and 2 strikes. Two-two pitch. Caught him. One gone here in the 7th inning, and up steps Mays Madsen. Been the author of so many clutch moments. He was the one that kicked off that rally in the 6th inning with the single. And then came around to score. Check throw over to first and back in is Yates again. That means in the last 2 games here in this tournament, Mays Madsen is 4 for 6. Runner goes. Clutches outside. The throw. Not in time. Stolen base. Can Mays Madsen do it again? As the hitting coach for the American Fork Cavemen is out of the dugout, shouting out last-minute instructions to his team.
The shift is definitely on for Mays. Shortstop pushed a little bit closer to second base due to his outstanding left-handed hitting.
Lefty against lefty matchup for Mays Madsen. The 1-0 pitch. Down low and away, ball 2. And now Cash Polson will have to go out and have a chat with his pitcher. It started with Davis losing to Mountain Ridge 6-5. Riverton then knocked out Syracuse 8-2. And then Corner Canyon continued its Cinderella run, taking out Fremont, which means the winner of this game will get the automatic bye to the semifinal round tomorrow. And the winner must play 2 games and then win a third on Thursday to advance. 2-0 pitch coming. High pop-up into left field, going towards foul territory, coming over near the bullpen, and it bounces into the batting cages. So it's a 2-ball, 1 strike count against Mays Madsen.
And it's always later in the count when Mays shines, Alex. At least have we've seen, courtesy during this playoffs in his 6 at-bats that he's had. He waits for his pitch. And sometimes he gets one that he absolutely loves. As we saw him take it right down the center of the infield earlier.
2-1 pitch. This one is on the corner. Good spot for that one. Strike 2. Boston Draculich, the left fielder, stands on deck. No one in the bullpen for Lehi. No one in the bullpen for American Fork. Court Taylor against Mays Madsen. The 2-2 pitch. Cut him. Back-to-back strikeouts for number 22. And there's 2 gone.
And a huge, huge strikeout. That is the first time Mays has stricken out in the tournaments thus far.
He is now 1 for 3 tonight. He is now 1 for 4 tonight. But the one hit he had was the one that mattered the most in the ball game. It kicked off the rally and then came around to score on the RBI double. That one in the dirt low. Ball 1 to Boston Draculich. Two, 3, 4. The heart of the order coming up for the American Fork Cavemen in the bottom of the 7th. 1-0 pitch on the way. Left it up high, ball 2.
Lefty versus righty matchup favoring the pitcher. I wouldn't be shocked if we see a couple sliders coming down the barrel and getting him to chase early. Especially down 2-0 in the count.
Here's the pitch. This one chopped foul to the left side. 2-1. High fly ball, foul off to the right, now to play. Two balls and two strikes with two out here in the top half of the seventh inning. Court Taylor trying to do his best to hold this right where it is for the bottom of the seventh inning to give the American Fork Cavemen one last chance here in this second round game. 2-2 pitch. Down low and in, 3 balls and 2 strikes. Good block by the pitcher, by the catcher, Catch Polson. And the count is full.
I wonder if Taylor will try to give him an off-speed pitch. As I mentioned before, that's his weakness.
3-2 pitch. Ground ball to third. Howard has it. Long throw to first. That's it for the top of the seventh. And here we go. The bottom half of the seventh is coming up. Everything now rides on this for American Fork. The defending champs on the ropes. They have 3 outs to save their tournament. We'll be back after this. Well, here we are, Miller Field. Not one person has moved from their seat since about the bottom of the 6th inning, when this was a 4-2 game now in favor of the Lehi Pioneers as we hit the bottom of the 7th inning. Alexander Tumulip alongside Ty Wilkinson. One last time, I'd like to remind you that at the conclusion of tonight's game, Ty and I will be selecting, in addition to our Heinemann Associates player of the game, we will also be recapping an entire action-packed day 2 of this UHSAA 6A baseball tournament. And a look ahead to tomorrow's elimination games and semifinals potential matchups. That's all coming up after the game's over here tonight on the Rewind Sports Network. Well, Ty, crunch time.
It's time for me to stand up out of my seat for the first time during this game. Just kidding. I've been standing for quite a while, Alex, I will say. Yeah, let's move these chairs out of the way because it's crunch time.
Chet Walker now leads off. 2, 3, 4 in the lineup. And this ball is down low from Carson College. 1 ball, no strikes. Walker, Cooper Jones, Dax Watts, Tayson Howard. The heart of the order to face Carson College, who misses with the first 2 pitches outside. Ball 2.
Mays Madsen, the veteran shortstop, giving him a little piece of advice. Tell him to calm down, be content, because we got your back.
2-0 pitch. Good blow by on the fastball. 2 balls and a strike now. Two 2-1 pitch. Good spot for that fastball. It's 2-2.
I don't know what Mays told him out there in shortstop, but coming back from a 2-0.
Come on! And that is a big first out. Cooper Jones now steps up to the plate. The tying run remains in the on-deck circle. First pitch is low and inside, ball 1. Ball 1. Comes back with a strike right over the middle of the plate. Tying run remains on deck in the person of Dax Watts. Taysom Howard will follow Watts if we get that far. 1-1 pitch. That one is just a little inside. 2 balls and a strike.
Trying to get him an off-speed pitch up and in. He wasn't biting.
2-1 pitch. Ground ball to third. Williams. 2 out. No, he pulled him off the bag. He's safe. And the tying run will come to the plate. And here comes Eric Mattson out of the dugout. The throw pulled him off the bag. Eric Mattson is not arguing it. And he's just walking back to the dugout, so he must know he is safe. Tying run is at the plate.
But the winning run is at the plate.
The winning run is on deck in the person of Taysom Howard.
Tying run is on the plate.
First pitch to Dax Watts. Ground ball. 1, 6, 3. Lehi wins.
American Fork Cavemen will play tomorrow at 1:30. Both games will be here at Lehi Park. Ladies and gentlemen, as you leave tonight, please look around you. Gather all your belongings that you brought with you. Make sure you take them with you. Also, if you have trash nearby you, please grab it. And trash is up for you. Thanks for coming. Be safe this evening.
1-6-3. Double play. The Lehi Pioneers pull off the monster upset.
Four unanswered runs in the 6th inning.
And it was the difference. What a win for the Lehi Pioneers. And they advance to the 6A semifinals. We'll be back to wrap it all up after this word from Igloo Outfitters on the Rewind Sports Network. Well, welcome back to Larry H. Miller Field. This game lived up to all the hype and then some. The Lehi Pioneers knock out the defending champion American Fork Cavemen, and they are 1 win away from going to the 6A Championship Series. They advance to the semifinals with a 4-2 win here tonight at Larry H. Miller Field. Ty Wilkinson alongside me, Alexander Tumulip. Ty, that was one for the ages. That will I think one that will forever go down in UHSAA baseball lore. That was an all-time classic.
It was a show of not only a pitching battle, an adversity battle, a come-from-behind win. What else more could have you asked for in this game, Alex? I don't think there's anything I could have asked for personally that would have made this game, any better, in my opinion.
And Ty, you also have to think about this. The American Fork Cavemen were up 2-0. They were rolling. Everything was going their way. What allowed Lehi to turn this game around in the top of the 6th inning?
Well, it all started with Mays Madsen. He was a little bit quiet today, but that single really managed to spark the middle of this lineup and kind of just turn this game around and swing the momentum towards the Lehi Pioneers. So
now, Ty, before we go into our recap of Day 2, it's time to name our Heidemann & Associates Player of the Game, presented by Heidemann & Associates. I mean, there are a lot of players we could name, but Mays Madsen, the captain, the shortstop, he single-handedly led this team back in the 6th inning. He's kicked off the rally with the single. He came around to score. He is 4 for 7 in 2 games he has played here at Larry H. Miller Field.
And shout out to Mays, because not only is he a captain, but he is beyond his captain role. You could see every pitcher that came out tonight for Lehi, he kind of just stopped him. He took his own break with them. He said, "It's time. I want to talk to my pitcher for a little bit." And it feels like everything, I can't lip read, I don't know if you can, but everything that Mays told his pitchers today managed to work in their favor, because whatever he said completely flipped the script, and Lehigh gets the win.
So, Ty, let's put a bow on day 2 now. Congratulations to Mays Matson, our player of the game, for the second consecutive day in a row. Let's put a bow on day 2. It is clear underdogs are becoming the story of this tournament. But I tell you what, these Lehi Pioneers, if not Corner Canyon making the finals and winning the championship, Lehi under Coach Eric Matson, this team just doesn't know when they're done. They don't know when they're beaten. And this is what makes them so, so dangerous.
And we thought this game, at least closing in, I mean, you called it. This is not going to be the final score, and we were at the end of 5. It doesn't matter how you start. It matters how you finish. And Lehigh definitely proved that tonight. The underdog, knocking off the number 1 seed, the well-anticipated American Fork, which is coached under a 22-season veteran head coach.
And not only that, Ty, this is an American Fork team that has won 3 of the last 4 state championships. This win means so much to this community and so much to this team. This is one, even if they don't win a championship, I think, this is one Lehigh High School is going to remember for a long time.
All I got to say, and you can quote me on this, Lehigh came to play, and they came to play fast. Knocking off Riverton, followed by American Fork, those are both not easy wins. This team and this tournament, they came to play.
Well, Ty, we're done with day 2, and now it's time to find out who the last 2 teams are standing. What are you most looking forward to about tomorrow's games? Because we have Riverton against American Fork, not in a semifinal game, but in an elimination game tomorrow. And then we also have Lehigh awaiting that winner. Can you imagine if it's American Fork Lehigh rematch in the semifinals?
And it'll be the late game, too, which will make it even more interesting. Yep, 7 o'clock is when that game will be, and that's going to be a thriller, Alex, if that said matchup happens. And once again, we talk about the underdogs. They're the story of the playoffs thus far. And I mean, what else can you say? Like, seriously, Corner Canyon, the 10 seed, last seed in the tournament, comes in and knocks off. Who did they knock off today,
They
Alex?
knocked off Davis, who got knocked out today, and they also took out Fremont as well. Fremont's been a really good team.
Yeah, this tournament has been beyond unpredictable. I guarantee if I tried to make a bracket for it, I would have gotten every single matchup wrong.
And I'm sure I would have too. Well, Ty, we better get some sleep because we got a long day of elimination games ahead of us tomorrow on the docket.
Man.
Thank
But
you
I'm excited. I'll say that,
yes.
Alex.
And why wouldn't you be excited after what you saw today? Thank you to Josh Dodge for filling in again for Wilson Gustafson. And again, Ty, we can't leave without this. Our heart goes out to Dusty. I mean, it would have been awesome, honestly, for him to have been here tonight to call this game. This is a game, like we said, he would have loved to be here calling.
It's a game that commentators can only dream, Alex. Like, I don't think I've ever had such a well-anticipated matchup, a come-from-behind story, everything I think you would want in a baseball game. And my heart goes out to Dusty. And, you know, you can only thank him for the opportunity that we're here, because we definitely would not be sitting here if it weren't for him.
Try not to get emotional, man. It's tough not hearing his voice over the air this year. But, Dusty, we hope we did you proud today, the last 2 days. We hope we did you proud tonight, especially. If you're watching in the hospital, wherever you are, Dusty, please know we love you and we miss you very, very dearly on behalf of all of us here at Rewind. Now, for Ty Wilkinson, for Josh Dodge, and for our entire crew, and for Vince Francis off-site tonight, Alexander Timliff saying good night from Larry H. Miller Field. This has been another exclusive presentation of the UHSAA Baseball Tournament on KSL Sports Rewind. Take your vitamins. Get some rest. The real drama begins tomorrow. Aloha from Utah, everyone. Good night.